Hi students, welcome to the physical science class. In the previous class, we have discussed about the syllabus of the physical science. We are having total 12 units, 6 are in physics and 6 are in chemistry. The first chapter in the physical science is heat. Today, we are going to discuss the first chapter, heat. Students, you just recall the knowledge of your previous class. In 7th standard, 8th standard, you have studied about heat, and you also did some experiments with warm water, cold water and lukewarm water, hot water. So, first of all we would know what is meant by heat. Heat is a form of energy which can flow from body of hot body to cold body. Why we can say heat is a form of energy? Before that, we have to learn about what is meant by energy. Energy means the capacity to do work. That means heat is also have capable to do work. What kind of works we can do by using of heat? By using of heat, we can do many works. By using of heat, we can run a train. By using of heat, we can change the dimensions of some metals. By using of heat, we are cooking our food. So many works we are doing with heat, that's why the heat is called as a form of energy. In this chapter, we have to learn about two terms are there. The first term is hot and second term is cold. The hot and cold, two terms are relative. Without a comparison, we cannot decide a body whether it is a hot or it is a cold. For that, we are going to do a small activity is that. Children, take two pieces which are having the same dimensions. One is wood and second one is iron. Keep these two wood pieces, that means wood piece and iron piece, in a refrigerator for a little bit time, that means minimum 15 to 20 minutes. After removing of refrigerator, you just touch the two pieces with your finger. What you can observe? That means we can observe the iron piece is colder than the wood piece. What is the reason? The two pieces are kept inside a refrigerator for same time and the two pieces are having the same dimensions. But what is the basic reasoning? When we are feeling hot and when we are feeling cold. That means if heat is transferring from your body to the object, then you can feel it is cold. When heat is transferring from object to your body, then you can feel hot. That means how much heat it is or how much cold it is. Then we have to express, that means the degree of hotness or the degree of coldness. Here we can observe the degree of coldness of iron piece is greater than the degree of coldness of wood piece. That means the more heat energy is transferring from our body to iron piece is greater when compared with the wood piece. Conventionally we can call, it is nothing but called as the temperature of iron piece is less than the temperature of wood piece. For conventional definition of a temperature is the degree of hotness or the degree of coldness is called as a temperature. How long does the heat will be travels from one body to another body? It will continuously will be for, or how long it can be travel? That means if the two bodies having the different temperatures are kept contact, that contact is called as a thermal contact. You can observe here two bodies, body A and body B. These two bodies having the different temperature, they are kept in contact. That contact is called as a thermal contact. When the two bodies in thermal contact, the heat will be travels from hot body to cold body. How much time does it travels? Whenever the two bodies will attain the same degree of hotness or same degree of coldness, until that the heat will be travels. At what position the body neither receives the heat energy or nor lose the heat energy, that stage is called as a thermal equilibrium. Thermal equilibrium is a state where a body neither receives the heat energy nor lose the heat energy. That means the two bodies having the same temperature, that state is called as a thermal equilibrium. Now, to understand the thermal equilibrium, we will do a small experiment. Take a thermometer and two water bowls, one is hot water and second one is cold water. Before doing the experiment, now note down the reading of thermometer, that means temperature. So now we will notify that the reading of the temperature. Now insert these thermometer in a hot water. Students observe the thermometer, the mercury level gradually increases. That means heat is transferring from hot body to mercury. At one stage, the increasing of the mercury level stops. That means the heat does not flow from hot body of hot water to mercury. That means the mercury in the thermometer and the hot water in the bowl both are in thermal equilibrium. That means the mercury temperature and the hot water temperature both are equal. Now remove the thermometer from hot water and insert the same thermometer in the cold water. Students, we can observe the mercury level gradually decreasing. The reason here, the decreasing of mercury level in the thermometer, when we keep inside a cold water, the heat is transferring from mercury to cold water. At one stage, then what happens? The decreasing of the mercury column will be stopped. That means the mercury in the thermometer and the water inside a bowl both are attains the same temperature. At this stage, the cold water and the mercury is having the same temperature and they attain the thermal equilibrium. Students, temperature is nothing but it is the measure of thermal equilibrium. Thermal equilibrium is a stage, I already said, a body neither receives a heat energy nor lose a heat energy. We are in the classroom, we doesn't feel anything, means the objects inside a classroom are thermal equilibrium with atmosphere. So that means a thermal equilibrium is a stage where neither receives a heat energy nor lose a heat energy. Now try to understand what is meant by heat and what is meant by temperature and how can we differentiate between heat and temperature. Students, we already learned heat is a form of energy which can travel from body at high temperature to body at lower temperature. Then what is meant by temperature? Temperature is nothing but the degree of hotness or the degree of coldness is called as a temperature. Now we are going to differentiate between heat and temperature. Heat can be flows from one body to another body, that means hot body to cold body, whereas temperature decides the state of the body, whether it is a hot body or cold body. Heat can be flows, but the direction of heat can be decided by the temperature. Heat is the cause and the temperature is the effect. Then how we can measure these heat and temperature? The heat can be measured by using of an instrument is called as a calorimeter. The calorimeter works on the principle of a calorimetry. What is the principle of calorimetry? The net heat lost by the hot body is equal to the net heat gained by the cold body. Then next, how we can measure the temperature? The temperature is measured by using of a thermometer. Students, there are two types of thermometers. One is mercury thermometer and second one is alcohol thermometer. Why we should use only mercury in the thermometer? The reason is mercury can expand uniformly, and mercury is the metal which existing in liquid state, and mercury having the shininess, and mercury can respond immediately with small heat energy also. Due to that reason, we are using as a mercury. The boiling point of mercury is 357 degrees. By using of mercury, we can measure up to 357 degrees. But the melting point, that means mercury should be get converting into solid at minus 38 degrees centigrade. So by using of mercury, we cannot measure the temperature below minus 38 degrees centigrade. For that purpose, to measure the smallest temperature, we are using alcohol thermometer. The alcohol thermometer, it can be alcohol is get solidified at minus 112 degrees centigrade. Alcohol thermometer is used to measure the temperature at poles region, that means Arctic or Antarctica. Now, how we can measure the heat and temperature? What are its units? So, heat should be measured in CGS system and SA system. Calorie is the unit of heat in CGS system. Joule is the unit of heat in SA system. Then how can you define 1 calorie? 1 calorie is defined as the amount of heat is required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of a water through 1 degree centigrade is called calorie. Once again I will repeat what is meant by calorie. Calorie is defined as the amount of heat is required raise the temperature of 1 gram of water through 1 degree centigrade is called as a 1 calorie. And as usual, joule is the SI unit of heat, because joule is heat is a form of energy. The joule is also energy unit. The relationship between joules and calories. 1 calorie is equal to 4.186 joules. 1 kilocalorie is equal to 1000 calories. Then how we can measure the temperature? The temperature is measured in kelvins in SA system. That measuring of temperature in kelvins is also called as a absolute temperature. There are some other scales also available for measuring of the temperature. Now we can see there are different types of scales. One is a Celsius scale, second one is a Fahrenheit scale, and the third one is a Kelvin scale, and fourth one is Reamer scale. These are the different scales. In Celsius scale, there are lower fixed point. LFP is 0 and UFP, upper fixed point, is 100. If these 0 to 100 is divided into 100 equal divisions. It was discovered by the under Celsius and invented by. And the second one is Fahrenheit scale. It is invented by Gabriel Fahrenheit. The lower fixed point in Fahrenheit scale is 32 and the upper fixed point is 212. From lower fixed point to upper fixed point, it was calibrated into 180 divisions. Then the third one is Kelvin scale. It was invented by the Lord Kelvin. So the lower fixed point in Kelvin scale is 273 and the upper fixed point is 370. From lower fixed point to upper fixed point, it has been calibrated into 100 equal parts. And the fourth one is called Reamer scale. It was invented by the scientist Reamer, and which is also having the lower fixed point is 0 and the upper fixed point is 80. From 0 to 80, it has been calibrated into 80 equal divisions. The relationship among these four scales is C by 100 is equal to F minus 32 by 180 is equal to K minus 273 by 100 and R by 80 is there. By using of these expression, we are able to convert the temperature from one scale to another scale. That means that 0 degrees Celsius is nothing but is equal to 273 K. Let us try to convert the temperature from one scale to another scale. Students, we already learned about the relationship between different scales of temperature: degree Celsius, Fahrenheit, degree Fahrenheit, degree Kelvin, and degree Reamer. C by 100 is equal to F minus 32 by 180 is equal to K minus 273 by 100 is equal to R by 80. Let us solve first problem. Convert 27 degrees Celsius into degree Kelvins. According to our expression, the relation between degree Celsius and degree Kelvins, C by 100 is equal to K minus 273 by 100. Students, 100 is cancelled. Degree Celsius is equal to K minus 270. Degree Kelvin is equal to degree Celsius plus 273. Degree Kelvin is equal to, there is a 27 degrees Celsius is given, 27 plus 270. So degree Kelvin is equal to 27 plus 273 is equal to 300. So 27 degrees Celsius is equal to 300 Kelvin. Let's try to convert from degree Kelvins to degree centigrade. So second one, convert 313 degree Kelvins into degree Celsius. So according to our expression, degree Kelvins is equal to degree centigrade plus 273. So degree centigrade is equal to degree Kelvin minus 270. That means degree Celsius is equal to 313 minus 273. Degree Celsius is equal to 40. That means 313 degree Kelvin is equal to 40 degrees Celsius. Students, to convert centigrade to Kelvin scale, we need to add 273. To convert Kelvin to degree Celsius, we have to subtract minus 273. So in this session, we have discussed about what is meant by heat, what is meant by temperature, and what is meant by thermal equilibrium. What is the difference between heat and temperature? How we can measure heat and temperature, and what are the units of heat and temperature, and how we can measure by using of different scales temperature, and also we studied about the conversion of one scale to another scale. Some more properties of light we will discuss in the next class. Until that, stay home, stay safe.